is out to Elizabeth City, out to North Carolina. Our very own Brianna Fallon working a story today that involves the pursuit of peace in Elizabeth City, the pursuit of nonviolence in Elizabeth City, and the pursuit of a city that is safe for all residents, as we have spent various points throughout the year reporting on different acts of violence that have occurred in that city. Now, city leaders taking this opportunity to speak at a press conference about the pursuit of maximum safety and peace of mind for everyone in Elizabeth City, North Carolina. Let's head live out to a press conference that really wrapped about 30 minutes ago here. Take a listen.
Good afternoon. My name is Eddie of the Police Department, and we're here today to kick off our new initiative for the city of Elizabeth City, and it's the Peace in the City, Peace Initiative. So Elizabeth City, along with the local ministries, will kick off Peace in the City initiative. Peace in the city begins when our youth rise with purpose, and our faith community stands with them in unity. Today we gather not just to talk about change, we gather to become the change. When we invest in our youth, strengthen our families, and unite across churches, neighborhoods, and generations, we build more than safer streets. We build a stronger future. Together, with faith as our foundation and unity as our strength, we can transform our city, our life, and our family, one at a time. I will now turn it over to our police chaplain, Matt Harrell.
Thank you, Chief, and thank you, everyone. My name is Matt Harrell. I'm a pastor of Forerunner Church here in Elizabeth City, along with being a volunteer chaplain here for the ECPD. The Elizabeth City Police Department, along with local clergy, are excited to announce a multi-month initiative of community connection, awareness, and prayer. Over the next several months, we'll be hosting 2 prayer walks in the community and a city prayer gathering and community time. On Saturday, October the 24th at 3 p.m. at Waterfront Park will be that community gathering. The first prayer walk for the community will be on Saturday, August 1st at 6 p.m., beginning at Grace and Truth Community Church, pastored by Kenneth Halsey here, at 1300 Walker Avenue, and ending at Holy Trinity Community Church at 607 South Road Street. We invite all of our community to come with us as we pray for peace, protection, and prosperity in our community. The second prayer walk will be on Saturday, September the 5th at 6 p.m., beginning at Forerunner Church, 400 East Elizabeth Street, and finishing at Victory Praise and Worship Center, pastored by Pastor Daniel Spence here at 718 Greenleaf Street. The strategic emphasis behind these times of prayer are, first, as Chief said, peace in our streets. Violence in our streets is unnecessary, and we are asking the community and calling on God for help. Protection over our community. We want Elizabeth City to be the best harbor of hospitality that it can be. Our prayers will be that anything that comes to try to bring disruption would not prevail. Prosperity in our families. We want to see every man, woman, and child become a person of strong character, community involvement, and for dreams to become reality. We come together and we can see transformation happen. Lives can change and hope can be renewed. Violence can end and a community can be made stronger. We invite each one to walk with us, gather with us, believe with us, and most importantly, pray with us. We look forward to seeing you at these prayer walks and at the community gathering later on in this year. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief and Chaplain Harrell. Good afternoon. My name is Abel Sutton. I'm the pastor of Faithway Church of Jesus and a proud native of Elizabeth City, North Carolina. We have gathered today because the violence affecting our community is not someone else's problem. It is our problem. We are when one family loses a child, when one young person loses his future, or when one neighborhood is forced to live in fear, our entire community is impacted. Right. We often say that prayer works. And I believe that with all of my heart. That's why we're here today. But I want to be clear to the community about what that really means. Prayer is not passive. Prayer is not asking God to change our community while we remain unwilling to become part of that change. Prayer brings us into the presence of God. But genuine prayer also sends us back into the community with wisdom, with courage, compassion, and responsibility. The scriptures teaches us that faith without works is dead. Therefore, as we walk in prayer, we are also committing ourselves to the work that must accompany our prayers. These prayer visuals and walks are more than symbolic events. They are a public declaration that we refuse to become comfortable with violence. We refuse to become numb to the loss of life. We refuse to accept fear, retaliation, and hopelessness as normal conditions for this city. We are walking from church to church because no single congregation, organization, or neighborhood or law enforcement agency can solve this crisis alone. Peace requires a united community. It requires churches, families, educators, law enforcement, civic leaders, business owners, mentors, and every concerned citizen working together with consistency and purpose. To the young people of our community, I want to speak to you directly. As a father of 5 and the son of a retired prison warden, your life matters. You are valuable, and your future is worth protecting. You do not have to prove your worth with a gun. You do not have to prove your worth by taking a life or risking your own freedom. A weapon may make you feel powerful in the moment, but that split decision, that one decision, can take away your future and devastate not just your life, but other families and the community at large. There is another way. If I was at my church and not under the restraints of the authority of the chief, I will tell you Jesus is the way. But since I'm not at the church, I won't say Jesus is the way. There are pastors, mentors, educators, officers, leaders, parents, and community members who are prepared to listen to you, to support you, to guide you, and help you build a future greater than the circumstances around you. But this responsibility doesn't just rest on our young people alone. As adults and community leaders, we must be honest enough to ask whether we have consistently provided these young people with the relationships, the opportunities, the guidance, the correction, the protection, and the hope they desperately need. We cannot simply tell young people to put down guns. We must also give them something meaningful that they can pick up. We must give them purpose. We must give them education. We must give them jobs. We must give them mentorship, responsibility. We must give them a vision for the future. And yes, we must give them the love of God. Our churches are already serving this community throughout the year. Yes, by praying and preaching and teaching, but we also provide food assistance, mentorship, financial literacy, family support, and community outreach. But we also recognize that this present moment demands more from all of us. We're honest enough to say we don't have all the answers, but we're humble enough to know who does. It demands greater collaboration. It demands sustained involvement. It demands that we move beyond occasional events and develop long-term strategies that address not only the violence itself, but also the hopelessness, the broken relationships and the broken homes, the lack of opportunities, the untreated trauma, and unresolved conflicts that often.
All right, so that press conference ongoing from Elizabeth City. Perhaps if we have time later on in the stream, we'll be able to revisit and listen to more of some of those major comments. But what we do know is sort of the foundation of what that press conference was about, which is the initiative that they're enacting in order to promote safety and peace in the city. And that is a number of prayer walks, 2 different prayer walks that will be hosted, a community gathering, community events, in order to try to continue to bring people together in that promotion of peace. And there you heard, just there very much at the end of that sentiment was sort of an address of the underlying issues that could potentially lead to some of the individual acts of violence that we've seen, specifically mentioning hopelessness and lack of opportunity. So attempting to address the problem in more ways than one in Elizabeth City. And of course, much of what was said there was distinctly faith-based as well. That certainly stood out within that press conference.